Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to another episode of our F1 Manager Challenge Mode series. It's Season 3, Round 5. We're heading to Miami for the first of the two American Grand Prix. Evening Marcel, Farah, Trucker, good to see you again, it's been a while. We are hopefully going to get a decent result here tonight. It's been a rough couple of races. It's been a rough start to the season, really. We take the wonderful start of Bahrain out of the equation. It's not been great. It's been okay, but it could have been a lot better. So let's hope that we can actually get some points on the board again tonight. Try and crawl our way back up the rankings a little bit. We have got a new chassis on the car for this race. We added that in last night before we closed the stream down. So, just a refresher, let's take a quick look at where we stand on the grid. We are 9th in speed, 7th in acceleration, very good in corners, in clean air. Our DRS is nice and powerful as well, which is really important, especially on this circuit. However, the dirtier cornering does leave us a little bit to be desired, specifically in the low speed. That has dropped significantly compared to the rest of the grid. We were very, very strong at the beginning of the season, and that is now 11th. Medium and high speed still remain strong, so hopefully we'll be okay. I'm worried about the Mickey Mouse section leading up to the second DRS straight. I think that could be a potential real problem for us in this Grand Prix. If we can hang on through that section and get the DRS, I think we'll be in absolutely fine shape to get some positions gained throughout the rest of the laps. Brake cooling is okay, needs a little improvement, and we have got a new suspension coming soon, which will hopefully improve our brakes a little bit. Engine cooling has improved a bit from 15th now to 11th. But we've got a little bit of work to do still to get this car where we need it to be. And apparently Marcel is now French. Right. So that's where we are. Let's take a look at how we rank compared to the teams that we're in competition with. It's very, very, very close in terms of the performance gap between all the teams minus Red Bull. So let's take a look at Red Bull first of all. So as you can see, quite a significant deficit in terms of top speed. Acceleration's pretty good. We do have the edge on them in clean air cornering. Their DRS is a little bit faster than ours, but we've got the best acceleration. Low speed cornering in dirty air, you can see they have the advantage over us, but by almost 1%. That does tend to add up a little bit, but we are tied medium and we've got the edge on high speed. Let's have a look at Mercedes, who've been very strong these last couple of races. Evening, Mr. Water. Let's see. So speed-wise, we do have a speed edge over them. Their car is not great in terms of top speed and average in acceleration, but look at their cornering. They've made great strides in their cornering, specifically in the low and medium. Their high speed still needs a bit of work, but and their cooling as well. Brakes and engines, best in class. So yeah, Mercedes have definitely improved quite dramatically. Let's take a look at Ferrari next. Ferrari 11th in speed, 19th in low speed cornering, 15th and 10th, and that's clean air. Their dirty air performance is only slightly better, but not much. Their DRS is pretty strong, their cooling's good, but yeah, Ferrari's got a very, very average car there. McLaren have been quite strong this season, and there is why. Look at their speed. They are very, very quick, second only to Red Bull. They have pretty good low and medium speed cornering. The high speed is very average. Same picture with the dirty air cornering. Their brake cooling is terrible, so we can hopefully see some lockups from them, although their drivers are both very good on the brakes. And they've got a pretty strong DRS, so yeah, that rings true. Let's take a look at Alpine, because Alpine have been threatening in terms of their pace recently as well. Their car is pretty average in low and medium speed cornering, at least in clean air. High speed, they're looking pretty good. Dirty air, they're actually looking pretty good in the low speed stuff. Speed is average, but not too far off ours, and their DRS is below average. they could be potential threats, and then we're okay with everybody else. So, yeah, should be an interesting race. So let's set some performance targets. So, qualifying. The idea is to try and get 2 in the top 8 after the debacle we had in qualifying last night. That's not a guarantee. We will try and get 1 car in Q3, and we'll get both cars into Q2. I just want to try and earn some money after missing out on so much money last night. We broke all of our qualifying, failed all of our qualifying targets, and we broke our quali streak as well. So we lost about 800 grand. Wasn't good. Finish position 1 in the top 8. We should be in a position to get the fastest lap, so we'll go for that. No point, but it will be worth some cash. New finish position streak, 1 in the top 10, and for quali we're going to go 1 in the top 10 for 5 races. We're just going to be more conservative with that. Let's head to Miami.
We're in the state of year-round summer. It's the Miami Grand Prix, and we're here in Florida at the Miami International Autodrome. The streets of Miami Gardens will come alive with the roar of racing, and the excitement is only just beginning. Spectacle is the name of the game here in Miami, with the stadium at the heart of this track. With long straights and S-bends, not unlike Suzuka's Sector 1, proper ERS management is sure to give drivers an edge towards victory. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Formula One.
Okay, so we have okay weather for the Grand Prix. That is nice. What do I think of F123? I will talk you through that as soon as I've got the car set up and on track, so give me a moment. Let's see. So Freddie needs to sit out for Isaac this time. And what do I want to do with the setup? Let's have a look. So we're looking at a lowish front wing, maybe. Going to be looking at a 13 there. We're going to be looking at something like a 1.9, so, or maybe a 2.8. Let's try a 2.8. So we'll go 7.5, 13, 2.8, 3.5, and a 0.45. There we go. Run plan, we're going to go 17 laps. Protect the bits as we always do. For this car, we're going to go something similar. I'm going to go with an 8, a 13. I'm going to go a 1.9 on this one. In fact, let's try going an 8.5. A 3.35 and a 0.55. That front wing is right on the limit there. Alright, let's get them onto the track.
Radio check.
There we go. So what do I think of F1 Manager 23? I think it's got some potential. There are some things we still don't know about. You mentioned tyres. I forgot to mention that last night when we were talking about it. Yeah, there is going to be a carcass temperature as well as an outside temperature of the surface temperature of the tyres. So that will be interesting to see how that's implemented. Pushing the tyres is really going to have more of an effect in theory. I don't know how they're going to implement it, because I mean the tyres already do get quite hot when you push anyway, so how they're going to implement it needs to be seen in more depth before I can really pass judgment. It might just be that they've just put a new skin on what is already an existing mechanic. Like I said, we need to get some more information on that really at this stage. There are some really good improvements that have been mentioned so far. Obviously, the inclusion of sprint races had to happen. It's good to see that they listened in terms of contracts, and you can now negotiate contracts to start at the end of a season rather than only immediately. I like the potential of how well you can really go down to specific training with your pit crew with the new sports director option. The rest of it, it's all little cosmetic bits here and there and a few little tweaks, and I will get the game at launch because I'm going to stream it, and I really enjoy the game. Oh, that's not good. 50%. That's really not good. That's only 68% for Isaac as well. That's even worse. Well, it's not even worse, but it's not ideal. So yeah, I'll be getting the game day one. But for those who are slightly more casual, I don't know if there's enough change to warrant buying it at launch. Especially if they bought it at launch last time round. I don't think there'll be enough. Based on what we know so far, I will throw that caveat out there. Based on what we know so far, I don't think there's enough difference between the games to fully justify it yet. But there's still a lot that we don't know. So we will have to wait and see. Like I said, more information is needed. The fact that it is a game that is going to have some carryover from the previous version does potentially mean that the game will be a bit more polished. There'll be less performance issues potentially, less things to go wrong. But we'll have to see. Any ideas on price? I would imagine it's going to be somewhere in the region of 45-50 quid. I mean, that's generally, I can't remember how much it was last time. I think it was about £40 last time. I wouldn't be at all surprised if it goes up a little bit this time, maybe 45, maybe 50. I mean, I would put it on a par with the pricing of Jurassic World. I mean, and that's another one of their games, and they priced that at around 50, in that kind of 40 to 50 ballpark. So I would imagine it would be something similar. £48, says Barra. So yeah, that's pretty much in the ballpark of what I was thinking. So I've made the changes. Yep. Let's throw on some fresh tyres. Felipe is almost finished his run. Yeah. So like I said, for the casual player, I don't know if there's enough to justify to justify the full price purchase at launch. Likewise for the hardcore. I don't think there'll be enough for the hardcore players either. The PC players will get a ton of mods off the community to implement new things into the game and change liveries and all that stuff, and add in modes that you can't get in the base game, like the ability to change teams. Yeah, we'll have to see. It's too early to say because they haven't really given us much information yet. They've given us some, and they've given us a very short announcement trailer which didn't really show any of the game at all. We just need to see more information. It's way too early to say what's going to work, what isn't going to work. And, I'll quite happily wait for that information to come out before I pass any judgments. I'm going to have to go 13.5 on that one as well, I think. Yeah, this car is really not happy at the moment. The actual in-game footage I have seen was a few laps of Oscar Piastri running around Melbourne. And, it looks alright. It's obviously running the new liveries, but you don't really see enough to gain any real perspective on the new updates. So yeah, we'll find out more in the coming weeks. We'll see more at some point in the next month or two, I would imagine. It's just a question of when now. I would imagine that Frontier will probably do a preview live stream at some point to go over some of the changes. But I think, there's going to be a much smaller target audience for them this time. Not through their choice, but I think just through the realities of how many people were disappointed with the first game. And I can understand those disappointments. I have some of those disappointments myself, and they did fix some things, but they didn't fix a lot of other things. And there'll be a lot of people who will go, there just isn't enough. This should have been a DLC, like a £20 add-on to give us the new season, and then patch in these changes. People will say that some of these things should have been added into the game for free, rather than being, held back for the next iteration. And, without knowing more specifics, you could argue that they may well have a valid point. Certainly, the contract thing is something they could easily have fixed in this version of the game. But yeah, like I said, we just kind of have to wait for more information. But because there's going to be that target, their target audience is going to be shrunk, because the people who expect a lot from management games are going to be disappointed still. The people who bought the game and don't play it enough to have burnt themselves out on it might well not just... might not get this. They'll just go, well, it's going to be a yearly franchise. I'll skip a year and I'll get it next season after that. So the number of people that they are hopeful to actually sell this to has gone down a bit, quite significantly, I think, over their potential audience that they had when the first game was announced. I don't think it's a case of, they want their money. I mean, Frontier have done a lot of good with the Jurassic World games in terms of adding in additional content, some that's been paid, some that's been free. They've always done big supplemental free updates alongside paid content. So even people who don't buy the DLC get a lot of extra stuff. They get some nice quality of life improvements for the game. But this is an annual franchise. I don't know if that was necessarily their decision or F1's decision, or a combination of both. Yeah, I think it makes sense that it's going to be an annual franchise. Personally, I would rather it be F1 Manager and then F1 Manager 2, 2 or 3 years down the line. That's what I would have preferred. Give the game at least a year of full support, patches, bug fixes, adding in new quality of life features like fixing the contract things, that kind of thing, for a year and a half. Maybe throw in a paid DLC to add in Season 2 liveries for the 2023 season. I'm sure people will have snapped those up for like 10, 15 quid. Updated liveries and driver lineups But yeah, that's what I would have preferred to see. Don't know if that'll ever happen. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a case of this is going to be an annual franchise going forward, and that's not going to change. So now it just becomes a case of how good a job can they do, and with such a small amount of time, between issues, between releases. Can they make big enough iterations between the different versions to get the people who are on the fence to go, you know what, yeah, I think there's enough of a change for me to go ahead and buy this year. Because, games like FIFA just hardly changed at all, really, in the last multiple iterations. The look was almost identical every time, the gameplay was almost identical every time. Very little change. There were a few little cosmetic changes. They threw in the Volta stuff for the last couple of years, but other stuff comes in and then it gets taken out and they put something else in, and it's just it's never a case of the game gets bigger and better and better. It's like, this is the basic bit, and then we're just going to strip something out to put this new thing in, and then when you get bored of that new thing, we're going to take that back out again and put in something else that's now new, even though it's something that we've done before, but it was a while ago. You've not had it for ages. It's now something new. And I worry that will be the case with this if it follows that kind of annual franchise model. I really hope that each iteration's going to get better and better and bigger and bigger. And if the price ends up going up across those iterations, I don't mind so much, as long as the amount of content in there justifies it. If the price keeps going up and the amount of changes don't justify those increases, then I'll stop buying the game. And I think there's less chance of that happening with this than there was with FIFA, because EA are soulless money grubbing arseholes. Frontier are better. I'm not going to say they're shining beacons of generosity and love and happiness and all that jazz, but they're not EA. So, faint praise indeed. Whatever you think of them, at least they're not EA. Alright, so we're going to run Freddy for the whole session. I made the changes, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay, let's send them out.
Ready, check. Radio check.
Yeah, I'm glad they're going to do a full simulation of F2 and F3. It'll just be simulation of results, but it will be, like simulating an actual season, rather than just they're contracted to this team. Now they've switched to another team. Oh, and they've switched to another team, all, and switched to a fourth team, all in the same season, which is only 10 races, maybe. It's ridiculous. It's like every other race, they're changing to a new team. It doesn't happen all the time, but I've seen that multiple, some drivers go to multiple cars, all in the same season. It's just ridiculous. So I like that there will be some proper simulation of the junior formulae.
Oh, and that's a crash!
For me, the biggest thing I want at the next game, on top of what we already know is going to be in the next game, is the ability to change teams. To be able to go, oh, I've been with Ferrari for 10 years. I want to change the scenery. I don't want to have to go all the way back to the beginning again. I just want to switch to a new team. You know, Ferrari have fallen on hard times recently. They're midfield team at best. I want to resurrect them. I want to get them back to the top of the grid again, because you go, you know what, I want to race with Ferrari now. But so you start a new season, but Ferrari is like the best car, or you know, right up there with Red Bull. And if you develop them right, will easily be the best car. And there's no challenge in that. There's no challenge in a Ferrari save at all, unless you deliberately hamstring yourself and you take your drivers out of the car and put in reserve drivers, and then you never get to see them on the podium because they have no models. So it's so underwhelming. So yeah, I want the ability to change, and also, after several seasons, you know, the grid starts to tighten up through different regulation changes and staff changes and stuff like that. And to then undo all of that and go back to big disparity between the teams again, it's too much, you know. Just I get so frustrated by the fact that, you know, I just get to a point where it's like, I want to start a new one, but I want to try out these drivers, but I don't want to have to wait 2 years just to be able to sign them as a rookie. You know, I don't have to play through 2 seasons of the game on autopilot just to get to be able to sign the drivers I want to try at a different team, you know. So that's the biggest thing that I want. A lot of people are screaming, oh, they've not said we're going to get the ability to do our own team. That ain't going to happen for at least another couple of versions of the game, if at all. They'll be holding that one back. And there's a lot more stuff that needs to be in the game that isn't in the game yet before that becomes a thing. Right. What can we do to tweak this car? Just the front wing. I don't think that's going to be the right way. I don't think that's going to work. Well, maybe if I pull that back. Maybe I can squeeze it in that way. It's going to be tight. We'll try it. Still need a fair bit of work on Freddy's car. Felipe is good to go for the final session. One thing that we haven't discussed yet that I would like to see maybe toned down a little bit is all the changes, the regulation changes coming into effect every season. You know, I mean, making a minor adjustment to the rules does happen, but to completely overhaul the regulations every season is completely unrealistic. That needs to be dialed back. I mean, I understand it's a video game, it's for people... people are going to have a need to freshen things up after every season or two, but like I said, if you just do a minor tweak, maybe just change the front wing, loses 10% downforce, something like that, just a minor change every season or so, and then you have a big set of regulation changes after, say, 3 years. I think that would be better. Same with changes to point scoring system. You know, we're in our 3rd season and we're on our 3rd different point system. We did season 1 with standard points. Season 2 we did with points for the top 8. This is season 3. We're doing points for the top 6. You know, again, it's not realistic. It needs to be dialed back a little bit. Maybe change the points every 3 or 4 seasons. Changing the cost cap. I can see that happening every season, but make the vote to maybe reduce it a little bit every season, rather than it's going to go down this year and it's going to go back up next year. It's going to go down again the year after. Just things like that, you know. Just tweak things a little bit so they're not so excessive. Right, final session of practice. We do have some work to do here still. Still not there with the setup there, so let's move that to a 4.6 now. Let's pull that back. Let's go to there. Throw that there. That means I've got to push that back to a 7. There we go. That could and should be it. So we need to run for about 30 laps. There we go. And Felipe needs to do a short run. Nothing too extravagant, so we'll get him to run for 20 laps. That'll be more than enough fuel. Yeah, there we go. It's not just a case of waiting for them to do a stream to see the game running. It's also a lot of stuff is not going to be instantly recognizable visually. They are going to have to talk through some of these improvements so people can understand them. Oh, we've changed the time model. Great. How? How's it work? Well, it does this. Okay, a little bit more information. Okay, so this is how. So if we try doing this, then this is the outcome that's going to happen. But if we do this, then yeah, they need to expand on some of the information rather than just going. You can see this car here; it's running a bit. Tires are running really hot because we've got this new tire model. If we call them, if we back off a bit, the tires will cool down. Why is that different? We need to know more about the changes that they make rather than just seeing the changes. This might even be the final season with Dark Descent coming. Yeah, I mean, I am going to be streaming Dark Descent. I might just take a week off from Formula 1 and just do a solid week of Dark Descent. I want to get my hands on that for a day or two before I start streaming it, just so I can figure out whether that's a game that's going to work as a stream series or just do a stream of it and then do an actual recorded series. And I'm still waiting to hear back from Calypso as well about Railway Empire 2. Which I think comes out tomorrow. Yeah, I saw the comments, or I saw the bit about them having different racing lines. But like I said, in the 3 laps that I saw of actual gameplay footage, I didn't see any evidence of that. So they need to actually show examples of that and explain how that's going to change, rather than just saying it's a feature and then not really highlighting that. All right, we did get the setup spot on there for Freddy. Excellent stuff. So we just need to get his track knowledge up now. And did we go the right way for Felipe? No, is the answer. So let's call him in quickly before he goes past the pits. Yeah, we broke things. Okay, so we've got to go back to there. Actually, I'm just going to revert. Car parts, car setup. So I'm back on my 97 setup. Okay, so I'll go back to a 6.5 again. That might do it, I don't know. Let's try. You see that City Skylines Remastered has 70% off. If you're planning on playing that, you know, the current version of City Skylines for a long time to come, yeah, go for it. If you're not, if you just, you know, want something to tide you over until Cities 2 comes out later this year, it might be worth holding off. I mean, aside from a couple of little tweaks and, you know, the increased number of tiles for PS5, it's not a real massive reason to go ahead and buy the remastered version if you already own the standard version. As far as I can tell, I don't know how much of an upgrade the remastered version is over the standard version on PS4. Obviously PS5 didn't have a standard version. But we know that the new game is coming, and it's going to be, I would say, we're what, May, end of May, so it's 6 months away at most. Unless it gets delayed. So can you see yourself justifying starting from scratch on the remastered version and doing it all over again for the next 6 months? Did I play Transport Fever 2? No, I know it's just gone on sale, but not by much. It's like £8 cheaper. It's not a lot. I will probably look at that at some point later in the year, maybe early next year. Like I said, I'm hoping that we're going to get Railway Empire 2, so I can stick that on, because I really enjoyed the first one. We're doing City Skylines again. I've got Dark Descent coming. We've got this, plus the new version of this coming in within the next 3 months or so. I just don't have time to throw another game in there on top of that as well. There we go. We're all done with Freddy. And I'm still playing, when I'm not streaming, I'm still playing End Zone, and I've got to finish Frostpunk off, because I'm just a couple of trophies away from the platinum on that. And I'm playing Aliens Fireteam Elite still. Yeah, there's a lot of games to squeeze into a shrinking window of time, because I'm getting more and more into my board gaming. Actually, before I logged on tonight, I was playing The Outer Rim with a buddy of mine over Skype. We both have boards, so I ran the master board. He mirrored all the movements that were going on my board onto his, so he could see what was going on. And yeah, we just played that, and that took us about 3 to 4 hours. And that's going to become a regular thing for us. Once a week, we're going to be, just put a day aside to play games over Skype. Right, I do need to change some parts. I'm a little loath to change the engines, but they are close to needing to be switched. It's a little early in the season. Definitely need to change the gearboxes though. Yeah, we're going to have to take engine penalties this year. There's no two ways about it. ERS modules are fine. We're going to throw in new gearboxes. This will hopefully give us a better performance over the rest of the grid, because they should still be running the current engines. So yeah, this is our chance to get some good points this weekend, and then we hopefully they'll keep the same engines going to the next race as well at Barcelona. And Barcelona, we should be very good, I'm hoping. Right, let's go qualify.
Radio check. Radio check.
Green light, green light.
So we're going to run one lap on... do I want to try the medium experiment again? This is a 2-stop race. Potentially. I don't really want to scuff up mediums. We're just going to run one lap at the end of the session on softs and hope that that'll be enough. But yeah, I've got a few board games to go through. So I mean, we played Horrified American Monsters at the weekend. Obviously, we played Outer Rim today. I've got a couple of new games that I'm going to try and play with a couple of others as well. One of them is Whitehall Mystery, which is kind of a Jack the Ripper game, hidden movement, where one player plays as Jack and moves around in stealth mode, and then the other players, all players, police officers, that are trying to find clues to actually locate where he is before he dumps all 4 body parts around the board. It's a bit gruesome in terms of theme, but it's a really good game. So I'm going to be getting that out soon. I've got a really tough survival game called Robinson Crusoe, which I'm going to be playing very soon, and Frostpunk the board game as well, which is just immense and also very complicated. And then I've got some other games like the other version of Horrified, Universal Monsters, Alien: Fate of the Nostromo, Jaws. Yeah, I've got some fun games to play. And so I'm spending more time playing that, which is less time for, this. At least in my spare time, anyway. Alright, Vesta goes purple. That's promising. He's got that slipstream, which is why he's gone purple. Gets right on the gearbox there. We'll lose a little bit of ground through this section. So I'm expecting Felipe to be slightly quicker through this section. But then he'll get a nice long slipstream through here and close back up again. So again, I'm expecting Freddy to be slightly quicker in the final sector. Alright, we're no longer fastest in the first sector. But we are quick enough to go P1 and P2. I was very conservative with my quali predictions, because at the time I didn't realise I was going to be changing engines. If I'd put a bit more thought into that, I could maybe have bumped them up a little bit, gave a bit more extra cash. But it's encouraging to see the pace. Ricardo looking very quick. Look at that. Vettel! Where did that Alpha come from? Oh, we got a slipstream off the back of one of the Haas cars, no wonder. There's Bottas looking quick. Maybe we did the right thing not going quite so so aggressive with the quali. I mean, we had a clear run there and we're now 6th and 8th. And that was on brand new tyres, and the rest of the field, they also did brand new tyres as well. Right, into Q2. Scrub tyres will not be enough to get us through, so we are going to have to use another new set. I will do a scrub run though at the start of the session, just to get a banker lap in. I should play Monopoly. Oh god, no, that is just such a bad game.
Radio check.
Monopoly is a game that just destroys friendships. Oh, I think Vesti got held up by Bottas coming out the pits. Yeah, he lost a bit of time there.
Did someone run wide there?
Luckily it's a scrub run, so didn't waste the tyres. Ball gaming has changed a lot since the days of everyone having copies of Monopoly and Scrabble and Uno and not much else, maybe Game of Life. Yeah, ball gaming has changed a lot over the last 20-30 years. Specifically as well in the last sort of 15 years, the industry's really turbocharged itself and come out with some fantastic games. Alright, hopefully Perez is not going to be a factor here, but I think he is going to get in our way. We are getting in his way, fucking his lap up. Sucks to be Perez. At least he's already... well, he might not get through. If everyone else improves, Leclerc's going to improve, we're going to improve, Gasly and Ricciardo are going to improve. Perez might not get through here. Is he going to enact his revenge on us? Hopefully we'll catch him on the straight, not... going to catch him here. Oh, no, that hurts us. Not as bad as we hurt him, but it hurts us. Alright, well, Drogovic is through. It's a question of whether we can get Vesti through. I'm glad he's in the slipstream of Felipe. You can see Felipe did not improve in the first sector, but Freddie did. because Freddie got held up badly by Bottas in the first sector, so that's encouraging. Not improving in the middle sector. Yes! Zombies, I remember Zombies. I used to have a copy of that. Lost it on one of my many moves years ago. But yeah, I had a copy of Zombies. Freddie doesn't get through. Perez did knock us out. Well, we knocked him out and he knocked out Freddie. Felipe is through. I did leave it just a little bit too long to send them out. That's my bad. So once again, I've kind of accidentally shafted Freddie. But at least he didn't get stuck in Q1 this time. He did make it into Q2. We are going to have to really think carefully about our strategy choice for him now. Don't know if I want to risk the one stop. He will have extra soft tyres as a result, but they don't last very long here, so how much good that'll do us I don't know.
Radio check.
Once again, we're going to wait till the end. Surprised to see Sainz up there, considering how bad that car is. Oh, no, look at that. Verstappen, half a second clear of everybody else. I don't even think he got a slipstream to do that either. Well, he might have got a minor slipstream from Bottas. Even so. Alright then, so where can we finish in the top 10? I think we've got the pace for top 5. Maybe. I don't know, that was a hell of a lap from Max. And it's very tight behind him. We should definitely out-qualify. Oh, wait, we've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Someone's in the wall. He's back underway. Okay, that's good. Ricardo crashing there on his lap. Hopefully he's not going to be in the way when we come around to the final corner. He should be able to get back to the pits before we catch him. We're up in both sectors so far. Don't know by how much. Again, that's something we need adding into the game. Proper timings. Up to the line. Oh, P2! Starting on the front row. We get a good start. We can get in front of Max and then try and really slow the field down. So, strategy time. That's the kind of the obvious strategy. I might try and do this. I think that's probably going to be a decent run. What do I want to do with Felipe? Do I want to do the same? Do I even want to risk a one stop? Not really. Let's go with that. That'll give us some good flexibility. We'll go with that. We'll go slightly more aggressive at the end. We'll try and run long in the first stint. A slightly longer medium stint compared to Felipe as well, and then a short stint on the soft tyres just to try and capitalise at the end. Yeah, we'll see what we can do with that. I am going to take a lap of fuel out for Freddie. Felipe, I am not going to, because we're leaving him on the tyres that will have a little bit more life in them, so it gives us more flexibility for pushing him. We can at least try and get him to win. Hopefully he doesn't do what he did last night at Imola and throw away a really strong position. We are going to push the tyres and the fuel and the battery to try and get track position at the start. I'm not going to do anything with Freddie. Well, tell a lie. I will push the battery, but I won't push the tyres or the fuel. Right, let's go to Miami.
It's a bit of a cloudy day for the race, but the atmosphere, as ever, is electric. Aston Martin there. After an impressive qualifying performance, they're starting today just behind pole. There's the second Aston Martin. They're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium. Everything's been building to this. And this is it, the Miami Grand Prix. And it's lights out. And
Alright, cut to Felipe. This is the all-important one. We need a good start off the line. Max does hold position. We're under a threat from Bottas, but we should be able to retake that thanks to battery. No, we get squeezed out. Okay, so let's immediately go into conserve mode then.
Yeah, take it easy.
Well, not conserve mode, just standard mode. Verstappen was on medium, that's why he got such a good launch, and we couldn't get on top of him. Bottas got a very good launch. We just couldn't fight him off. It's a little worrying. Mind you, Bottas' reactions are going to be a lot better than Felipe's. Let's cut to Freddie. Freddie's stuck in a group of medium tyre runners at the moment. Let's see if we can
So we just need to push now.
jump him up past this Alpine of Ocon. Bad exit. Yeah, that's because we've got really poor, dirty, low speed grip. He's going to step out. We're out of the slipstream now. Is he going to be brave enough on the brakes? No. Alright, take it easy, trucker. Good to see you again. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, we're not getting through. Let's stay tucked in.
Drop back a bit.
Alright, so with Max running the mediums, It's going to be tougher for us to stay in DRS range. You left me a gift? Oh, that's very generous of you. What did you do? Oh, dude, thank you. Thank you so much. That's so generous of you. Hope to see you again soon, Truck. Yeah, I hate waking up at 5 AM, but probably for very different reasons. Oh, Vesti. Falling off the back of the medium runners.
Copy.
Everyone's running to Max's pace at the moment. Alright, so actually we're in decent shape at the moment. Felipe is keeping pace. We do lose a chunk of time accelerating out of that Mickey Mouse section there. But we're staying in the DRS. Ooh, Bottas having a pull on Verstappen, and that actually gives us the slipstream again. Verstappen will get it back here, but can he get through? Yes, he can. Freddie sets a fastest lap thanks to his little squirt of battery. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. Oh, that's a Ferrari. Sainz has spun it.
We've just had a spin. Here's the replay. Let's have another look. Science is the focus here. Look at that! They've spun their car.
Just going to give it a little squirt of battery, make sure we close that gap back up again. Norris has been dropped as a result of Sainz dropping out where he was. How we've got the potential of a breakaway group here. Verstappen, me, and the two Mercedes, just like in Imola. I really hope the rest of Imola does not mirror itself on this race as well. And we've got a breakaway gap here as well. Albon now 1.7 seconds off the back of Perez, so those guys are going to start getting dropped. Sainz is going to struggle to fight his way through because the gaps are starting to form and he won't have the front running pace. He is on mediums though, that will help him a little bit, potentially. Getting very congested here at the front.
This is good, come on.
And Bottas is broken free, but Verstappen will close that gap back up. And those medium tyres will give him such better grip and acceleration out of the corners. And already he's back in the DRS. Hamilton's closed up a little bit. I think that's actually because Hamilton got past Norris, so the McLarens have leapfrogged each other to close the gap. Oh, we are about to get dropped again.
Use energy.
We are struggling to hang on with Vesti.
Sorry.
Albon caught up to Perez. Wow, okay. I did not see that coming. Gasly's at risk. Yeah, we're too far away to do anything. But Gasly's at risk of losing the DRS to his teammate. Right, got to save the rest of that battery. At some point we're going to need to try and recharge that. That's not a nice, easy thing to do on this circuit. And certainly not this season with the way the cars are a lot more competitive with each other. Really hope Freddie can stay with the back of Ocon here. What I want is for Bottas to get in front and stay in front to try and slow the pace down a little bit. Close the field back up again so that when the medium guys all dive in for tyres, they're going to end up, you know, way towards the back and have to fight through a lot of traffic. Let's try and force a move here.
Use energy.
Yeah.
If we can. Oh, god damn it, I hate the way the game does that. We had a chance to take them both, and we got pushed off the line. And now we're out of the DRS range. That's such a shitty thing.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Albon just going completely around the outside of us. It just came from nowhere and just straight around the outside. That was
Gained a place. Let's take a look at
that was
the replay.
brutal.
Now look at
this.
It was the Alpha Tauri driver involved.
Straight around like we weren't even there.
Gaining a position there.
That was move of the race so far, without a shadow of a doubt, or the move that best move we've seen. One of the best moves of the season we've seen. And things have compacted again at the front, with Bottas running the pace now. So I'm going to try putting a bit of battery back into Vesti on this lap. Oh, Perez having a lunge. He got squeezed. Not getting through. Oh, someone else has had a mistaken yellow. What? It's a safety car. Oh, what do we miss? Oh, that's the other Ferrari in the barrier.
Safety car.
Okay.
DRS.
Don't want to save fuel, but I do want to recharge the battery. Save the tyres, save the fuel, save the battery.
Let's see what happened there. Okay, here's the Ferrari.
So Charles Leclerc desperately trying to hang on to the back of the two McLarens and just locks up and bang, straight in the barrier. And the catch fence not catching the carbon fibre there.
A big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
So Ferrari really not having a good rate of it so far.
Some lift and coast will help that.
I wonder... I'm going to pause it for a second. Can we do something funky with strategy here? I think it's probably a bit too early, but... could we maybe... make the two-stop work? We would effectively be running this pace for another lap. So if we say we're boxing that lap, that's 10 seconds slower, but we get the pit stop out the way now. And we could run a reduced tyre pace for the first few laps of that stint as well. Just sit at the back and then just try and gain position on everyone when they're in the pits. Or could we maybe stretch this out for a one stop? That's the other option. We could try and stretch it out for a one stop. I don't think that's going to be viable. We'll see if we could potentially stretch this out for a one stop strategy. Well, we'll keep an eye on our pace and we'll see how we do. We're not going to make any changes to Felipe's strategy. He is in prime position right now. 12th isn't horrendous. If we can stretch a one stop and make that actually work, that would be pretty good. Leclerc is out of the race. Excuse me. No one's going to be boxing. Magnussen's got a bit of catching up to do. So yeah, we are sitting quite nicely here.
Energy's good.
Yep.
Let's just protect the engine temperatures. Given that we know this car has cooling problems. And seeing as we're under safety car, we may as well avoid the curbs as well. Again, just avoid putting an undue, unnecessary stress on things like the gearbox, etc. Here's a safety car coming in after just one lap, or is it going to do another lap? I hope it's going to do another lap because we still need more battery for Freddy. Plus we need to save some fuel with Freddy, and this is an ideal opportunity for that to take place. No, it is coming in this lap.
Copy.
That is a shame.
There is no overtaking until the control line, and there'll be 2 laps with no DRS.
Okay, copy.
You can stop lift and coast.
Copy.
Alright, we have left ourselves a little vulnerable to Perez. But we do hold the position. Ocon got a bad restart as well. He's a second off Gasly already. Bottas still controlling the pace though, so that will allow anyone on mediums to try and close up a little bit. I'm going to try and jump Verstappen
No
here.
saving required.
Copy.
This is good, come on.
Alright, we couldn't jump Verstappen. Can we jump Bottas instead? No. Yeah, Ocon has dropped off the back.
Save fuel.
Okay, copy.
Albon's about to drop off the back as well. We've got a chance to move up a little bit here with Freddy. I think we're about to get the DRS advantage. Oh no, there's no DRS this lap. Make sure we don't lose the back of these two. Right, let's see if we can get ourselves ahead of Albon here, because we are faster than him.
Copy.
Should have made that move.
DRS is enabled.
Alright, Verstappen's still ahead of Bottas. Bottas will have the opportunity to get him now. Oh shit, we're still in driving clear air. Let's turn that off. Wonder why we were still that far back. Alright, here's our chance. Can we do to Albon what he did to us and just go around the outside of him? No. Right, we'll have to get him on the next area. And we will use some battery for that. Because we'll have to push to catch back up to Ocon there.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, you git. There we go. We give him a little squeeze. That's going to hold up Perez. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
We need to charge DRS.
Oh, there's a McLaren pointing the wrong way. That's Hamilton. And the crowd goes mental. The crowd being Farah.
You can take a look now. Now watch this. Lewis Hamilton involved in this one. They lose it there. That's the spin. And the team had such high...
Alright, we're a little off Gasly. We've got a gap to Russell thanks to Hamilton vacating the space. Max getting frustrated again by Bottas there. Trying to judge when to go back into neutral here. Freddie is almost within range of Ocon. This is good because he desperately needs to charge his battery back up again. Alright, now we'll go neutral. Oh, crash behind us. That's an AlphaTauri in the barrier. Sonoda. Yuki doing Yuki things.
We just had a crash on the track. Let's have a look. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved.
Oh, yeah, that's a really bad lock up there.
Something went very, very wrong there. The team are really disappointed.
And there we go, we're into range.
We just need to charge up.
Okay, copy.
We've broken away from Perez, which is quite nice. What tyres is Perez on? He's on mediums, but they are starting to die. That's Vesti diving into the pits. Not Vesti, sorry, Sonoda diving into the pits. Replace his broken front wing. I don't think we're going to be able to stretch a one-stop out of this. We weren't behind the safety car long enough. What happened to Lewis, or was it a stop? Lewis had a spin. I even put the replay up for you. And you just obviously weren't here. You snooze, you lose.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Yeah, copy.
Gonna rewind. I figured you might. Right, we're seeing the first of the medium tyres boxing. Ocon, Perez and Schumacher are all in. They're going to be going on to the hards. Obviously we're starting on the hards, so we're going to go mediums after this. We will get a grip advantage. And because we had that safety car close the field up, those guys are going to drop to pretty much the back of the grid, apart from Sonoda. And possibly Magnussen. Oh, and all of a sudden we are out of range. But I'm hopeful we'll close up pretty quickly. Everyone else's tyres are starting to die. This does leave us a little potentially vulnerable to a lunge from Russell. We're okay. He thought about it. That was sweet. I thought you'd enjoy that.
Okay, energy's good.
Copy.
Oh, yellow flag in sector 2. Someone else is in a mistake. We've closed the gap back up. Who has gone in the wall this time?
I think that was a crash.
Yuki again.
Take a closer look. Now look at this. It was the Alpha Tauri driver.
He's only just changed his front wing, so that might be it. He might not have another replacement front wing. I'll have to see if he boxes. Let's see, is Yuki going into the pits? No, he's not. That's it. Yuki doesn't have another spare front wing. So we've got a mobile roadblock. Oh no! No, 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 no! Ah, God damn it. Once again, Felipe throws away an excellent position. It's only minor damage. I can kind of live with that. That's so annoying. Did that damage the tyres? No, it didn't. At least we didn't get any suspension damage or chassis damage. We're down in 9th. Could have been worse. We could have dropped a lot more places than that. Got a full battery, so we should be able to close up to the back of Vesti pretty quickly, hopefully. Once again, though, we're just throwing away points. I need to put more points into Felipe's braking. We took points. We stopped putting points in his braking when he hit 80, and he started making mistakes. The same thing happened with Freddie. Remember, we got Freddie back up to 82, and he stopped locking up so much. Now he's at like 83, 84, looking a lot healthier. We might have to do the same with Felipe. We put a point into him after the last race. Obviously, that's not enough yet. We're going to have to do a little bit more of that by the look of it. Still in better shape than Ferrari, for what it's worth. But without the points, that doesn't mean diddly squat, unfortunately.
Got loads of energy.
Yeah, copy.
Are you still there, Farah, or did you go AFK again? You went AFK again, and that's why I locked up. Ugh, we can have words. You saw the lockup, okay. I'll let you off this time. Evening, Corey. Yeah, I haven't watched the trailer yet because I've been streaming. But yeah, I'm going to be watching the showcase once the stream finishes. I can't wait for that game to come out. Well, I can't wait, and I'm going to have to wait. But you know what I mean. I'm excited for it, really excited for it, because I loved the first one. Haven't played Miles Morales yet. Still need to get around to that at some point.
Back off.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, we're only 5 seconds off Bottas. That's not too bad. Verstappen is still out there. Russell's still out there. Are those guys going to go for the one stop? They might well be. It's a bold move. Yeah, I picked up the Spider-Man remastered for a £5. Or the PS5 Spider-Man remastered for a £5. Now it's standalone. Again, I need to play that as well. Might have a crack at that this weekend. A buddy of mine has been playing through Alien Isolation. He's been thinking about playing it for a few years, and he keeps umming and ahhing, and I've been talking him into playing it over the last 6 months, and he finally sat down and started playing it about a week ago, and he's loving it. It is such a great game. I'm seriously toying, because I actually went back and looked at a little bit of my stream that I did a few years ago at Halloween, and I had really shit internet back then, and a lot of it was quite blurry and buggy. So I am seriously considering doing a redo of the stream for Halloween this year with much clearer graphics. You know, looks like it won't be streamed on a potato this time round. Metal Gear Solid 3 remake has been confirmed, has it, Mr. Watter? Yeah, I did wonder. I mean, there was that rumour that we were going to get a Snake Eater remake. So I am very, very interested in that, because I really did enjoy Snake Eater. I would love the original to get the full remake work. The original was just such a great game.
Drop back a bit.
Sorry.
Again, we're not too far off the front runners. Yeah, I figured you were watching the showcase. I'm going to be watching it after the stream.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Copy.
Happy to push.
Copy.
Alright, we're going to box Felipe. Do I change his front wing?
Yeah, copy box.
It's only minor damage. It's not going to have a huge impact on our lap time. A couple of tenths maybe. I mean, it would be nice, but it's... Am I going to make that time back? I just don't know. Screw it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to change his front wing. Just hope he doesn't lock up again.
Box.
Don't have the greatest pit crew when it comes to changing front wings, unfortunately. I've switched Vesti onto a really, really low pace setting to try and squeeze out that one stop. See if it's possible. the original MGS collection is confirmed for PS5 as well. Is that just a port of the one that already exists, or is it actually going to be a remake?
So we just need to push now.
I mean, that would be cool because it was a PS3 thing. It wasn't on PS4, and it'd be great to be able to play those on the 5. But
Yeah, take it easy.
just an original port. Okay. Someone's just gone off in Sector 1. Apparently. Oh, it's Bottas!
Look at the replay.
And that's not
Now,
Sector 1, that's
just
Sector
watch the
2.
Mercedes here.
Bottas has done what we did.
Dear me, they won't have been expecting that.
Ah, that's excellent.
Use energy if you need.
Verstappen boxes, and I think Verstappen's going for a one-stop. Which means so am I. With Vesti, at any rate.
Charge up.
Okay, copy.
At the very least, I could be a mobile roadblock. Alright, so how far off the pace are we? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's because we changed the front wing. I was wondering why we were so far back. Evening, Anthony. Oh, hello, safety car. Okay. It's a little early. It's very early. But I'm going to go for it. I can always, if I'm struggling towards the end, I can always throw on a set of softs and just go really hell for leather at the end. Let's save... Actually, no, I don't need to save fuel. I do need to save tyres, save battery. Let's go ahead and box for mediums. I felt so annoyed that I just boxed Felipe a couple of laps ago. I could have changed his front wing under the safety car.
Safety car.
This is going to hurt Max though, and Hamilton.
Get your delta positive.
Because we could potentially get Freddie out in front of them and then just hold them up by running slow. Try and keep the pace really low. Just be a really obnoxious roadblock. Oh, hello. That's why there's a safety car. What happened to Schumacher? No, it's Magnussen. What happened to Magnussen? Did I just miss the replay? No. I don't think so. Tsunoda boxes, Ricciardo boxes. I'm expecting to see, yeah, Vettel boxing as well. We might be able to jump him in the pits here because our pit box is before his. Oh, Hamilton's coming in. Can we get out in front of Verstappen? It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. We jump Vettel. Ricardo's in the box. Ricardo is out of the box in front of us, but we are ahead of Verstappen. Beautiful. And Hamilton is now down in 13th. So this is definitely going to be one stop now for Max. Probably Russell, probably Gasly, probably Albon and Sainz as well. Everyone else may have to go for another stop, including us. I don't know. Depends how well we can look after these tyres. If I can just run low pace on the tyres but stay with Ricardo, I can really look after the tyres and make this work. And we could be on for a strong podium finish with Vesti. Don't know what we're going to do with Felipe. He's got to fight his way through a fair bit of traffic, and some of those guys aren't pitting again. So we may have to go for a late change onto softs. We may get a late safety car again, and we've had two now. And we've had two other drivers go into the wall as well. Yuki still doesn't have a front wing, even though he's got new tyres. He could yet play a factor in this Grand Prix. It does look like we're going to get another lap as well. That's excellent. So we're in good shape with Freddie here. His tyres are going to be really on the edge at the end, and anyone who does stop late will probably end up flying past us. They'll have so much more grip than us. But we might be able to hang on for a podium, or at the very least hang on for some points. I don't know what we're going to do with Felipe though. Like I said, we may well have to do a late switch onto softs. If I can stretch those tyres, I will, but I just don't think I'll be able to with him. His tyre wear is slightly higher than Freddie's, and his tyres are slightly more worn because he boxed a couple of laps earlier. He is carrying a bit more fuel as well, which is either going to be a weight hindrance or I am going to have to try and burn that off. I'm going to try and burn it off by running the tyres at a low pace. Let's see if that works. Hopefully the safety car will come in this lap. Yuki's about to join the back of the queue. If it's going to come in this lap, it's going to be a very late call. Now we're going another lap. Good for the tyres, not so good for the extra fuel. I mean, it's not too bad for Freddie, but for Felipe, he's got well over an extra kilo that he doesn't need now. Or at least he will have well over an extra kilo by the time this car comes in. If we were in a low pace setting as well on fuel, we'd have a ridiculous amount. We'd have close to 2 kilos by now. I am expecting the car in this lap. Oh, excuse me. There we go. There's the notification of that.
No saving required.
Copy.
You can stop, lift and coast.
I'm going to try and run this pace setting at the restart. Don't know how good this is going to be. We might potentially get jumped by Verstappen here. But at least we've got Vettel in between us and Perez. So with Vesti, we really need to try and stretch these tyres to the end, because Verstappen's going to the end, and so is Perez.
Yeah, copy.
Use energy.
Copy.
Okay, so far Vesti is doing okay. This is the danger area, because this is where our car is at its weakest. So far so good. Don't do this half-hearted bullshit. Got to be wary now with Bottas and Hamilton behind me. Bestie looking good right now. Even looking at a potential overtake. Okay, this is good.
Energy if you need it.
Again, I want to try and save those tyres if I can, just in case there is a chance of squeezing this into a one-stop. Alright, Schumacher is out of DRS. So we'll get him on the next lap.
DRS enabled.
Vesti's looking very good here.
Okay, suggest lifting coast.
Okay, copy.
We're letting Ricciardo do all the hard work, punching the air. Right, there we go. Drogovic is through. Hopefully we can close that gap up quickly.
Really good job.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
That's just out of battery, but we should just about be able to get in range, I hope. Almost there. Vesti side by side, he's going to get the lead. And he gets it.
That's it.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Felipe is in range. Excellent stuff. Oh, Vesti got jumped by the pair of them on the DRS. Now Vettel's all over the back of us, trying to squeeze through as well. It's okay, not overly concerned. All about trying to protect these tyres as much as I can. We're going to try and follow Ricciardo through on Vettel. No, he's going to sneak in front of us, look. We're on the back of Gasly, so we're only 4 seconds off Ricciardo. Honestly, this is probably a better place for us to be tucked up in if we would really want to look after these tyres. We don't have to drive defensively to try and stay ahead. We've got the slipstream, we've got the DRS. We can just stay at this pace setting and we should be able to stay ahead of Vettel without too much drama. He is on the mediums, so we do have to be wary of a lunge. Felipe burning his tyres up a bit because of this fuel push, but I do need to just burn out some of that extra fuel. Ideally, I'd like to do that with Vesti, but we will burn the tyres up faster if we do that. And once we stopped doing that, we were only like 1% better than Ricciardo. Now we're almost 3% better than Ricciardo. And we are 3% better than Vettel. So this is definitely helping keep the tyres under control. That's what we need to do. O'Connor's dropped off the back of Russell. That's the next one we need to fight our way past. Get us up onto the outer edges of the points. And Gasly got through. Ocon's tyres are looking pretty rough. So he's definitely going to be two-stopping, I think. Oh, Gasly really closed that gap up. Perez has dropped off the back of Vettel. Maybe Perez just had a bad line and that held up everybody behind. Which is what allowed Gasly to close that gap to Russell. Tyres are comparable with Verstappen right now. That's excellent. Perez's tyres are wearing out, so he might have to stop again.
Save fuel.
Yeah, copy.
I think the one stop with Felipe is probably pushing it a bit much.
Lift and coast will help.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, energy's good.
Yeah.
Gasly dropping off again. If we are going to go back to a two-stop, I'm going to need to commit to that soon. I mean, I could do that and then just burn that fuel off. I don't think that's the right call, though. If anything, it's going to be just delaying the soft stop by an extra lap. Yeah, I'm liking this. This is good for Bestie. Tyres comparable to Verstappen. Everyone around us, his tyres are wearing out. I'm going to have to two-stop with Felipe.
We're good to push.
70% tyres, they're just not going to last. Not enough for us to, you know, go on the attack. So let's see if we can make something
No
happen.
saving required.
Yeah.
Use energy.
Copy.
Time for a Farah curse, methinks. Yeah, but your curses usually end up affecting me. Trying to fight against that slipstream there. Alright, we've got Ocon. Or have we? How did he hang on? How is he still hanging on? There we go, we're through now.
You're doing a good job.
We've got to get past Gasly and we've got to start pushing onto the back of the cars in front because we're going to need to change
Aston Martin
tyres.
with a great play there.
I know
They
some of these
proved
other
up
guys
a
are going to be
pace.
changing tyres. Ocon in particular, Bottas and Hamilton are probably going to make that change. Ricardo might well be changing. And if they're not, they're going to be vulnerable to fresh rubber. It's just a question of how soon do I box, and do I box early for mediums or do I stick to the plan and go for the softs?
Push a bit more.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, god damn it. Same corner. Okay, well, he's boxing now. Now we've got suspension damage. Ugh, joyous. Alright. That's taken the decision out of our hands, so... There we go. Another race ruined for Felipe.
Here's the replay. Let's have a look here. This was the
That's
Aston
two
Martin.
races in a row. He's been in a really strong position, locked up, and just thrown away a great position, and then locked up again, trying to come back through the field, and ended up completely nowhere. We actually retired him last time.
Crashed out.
Meanwhile, Vesti is just driving supremely again. And he's actually going to make a one-stop work.
Copy. Pit lane.
Copy.
So this is going to drop us behind Sonoda, who doesn't even have a front wing. Well, he's only got half a front wing. Actually, we might just sneak out in front of him, but... No, Sonoda's going to get us. We'll get him back really quickly, but... I mean, it's just... come on, dude.
Yeah, take it easy.
Okay, copy.
Evening, Wildman. The cursor arrived too quick. Yeah. Even just hinting at a curse from Farah screws us up now. Oh, come on! Oh, this is ridiculous. If I could sack Felipe, I would. He's been appalling this season. Alright, there we go. Finally through.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
I'm 18 seconds off the back of Stroll. That's not good. It's 30 seconds off the back of Albon and Schumacher. Without everyone else boxing, we're in trouble. We're in real trouble. I don't think Felipe is going to see the end of this race. I think I'm going to end up retiring him again. He's costing me so much in parts as well. Ah, there we go. So they are boxing. So this is going to close me back up to some of these guys, but there's still a long way ahead of me. And I'm guessing they're going softs. Or some of them might go softs. I really hope they don't go softs. Mediums, mediums. Mediums. Okay, so they're going to have a 10% grip advantage. I need to get past Ricardo now.
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
Copy.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Copy.
No, don't do this to me. Oh, this half-hearted. I'll think about it. Ah, great. He's boxing. Well, I should hopefully get the DRS. I did. Gonna have to burn the rest of the battery to get onto the back of Verstappen again. We've broken away from Russell. Still a long way off everybody else. Come on, Freddie. Please don't make me really push the tyres. I'm trying to do this one stop.
Happy to push.
Copy.
To back off.
Copy.
We just need to charge up.
Yeah.
Alright, there goes Perez. Yeah, I knew that lift was coming. I want to turn this fuel burn off as quick as I can. I need to make sure we stay in range, so I've got to keep it on while we're charging the battery. It's not ideal.
Okay, happy to lift and coast.
Copy.
Alright, we're up to 16th. We're 4.5 seconds off the back of Schumacher now. Sainz is up to 3rd. Oh, we're so slow out that corner.
All okay on fuel, so you can do what you want for speed.
Okay, copy.
Oh, do I keep Felipe out or do I box him? Everyone he's chasing's got better tyres than him. Even if I get a safety car now, I'm still going to be in 16th. Yeah, I'm just going to retire him. It's 2 races in a row he's badly let me down. It's all on Freddie. Got to get some points again.
Some lift and coast will help that.
Okay, copy.
Gee, this is not a good place to go neutral. Oh, hello.
Car in the wall.
Yeah, copy.
Straw crashing. A safety car now would be ideal for Freddie,
Copy.
because he could box for a set of softs, come out not that far back, hopefully in front of Albon, and then a brand new soft to attack everybody in front of him. We are slowly pulling away from Russell.
Okay, so just lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
I can hang on for a podium at least. Even if I can't necessarily get the win, I can at least hang on for the podium.
Lift and coast will help.
Copy.
I think I just missed it again. Yeah, it's really hard for me to stay in the dirty air through that section. With the tyre saving and our car's inherent weakness in dirty air, low speed cornering. But the more I burn the fuel to stay in range, the more wear I put in the tyres, the smaller the chance we have of actually being able to fight Verstappen in the dying laps. Come on, stay in range this time. Yes, there we go. That's it, stay nice and close. Come on, Freddie, we got this. If Verstappen makes a rash decision and boxes for softs with a couple of laps to go, we win this race. If he stays out, we have a chance to fight him and win the race. It's a slim chance, but it's a chance. That's why I'm trying to get as much battery in the car now while we can. I can't risk charging here. This corner uses a fair bit of battery. Would have been nice to save some there, but got to get close again. Ah, we missed the DRS apparently. Okay, that's a problem.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Copy.
We're close to fully charged anyway, so that's not too bad. I think we just stayed in range. No, we didn't. We missed it again. Second is still good the way things have gone recently. Yes, absolutely. We desperately need points. I mean, Freddie won the first race of the season. And we've been pretty anonymous since then.
You can use energy.
Yeah, copy.
I think that's Yuki in front. Yes, it is. There we go. It's nice to see that rear wing open again. And if we do get a safety car now, like right now,
You've got loads of energy.
we should just about have enough gap to get out in front of Norris. So we can still take that gamble, throw on softs. We'll be third, but with brand new softs to attack on the last couple of laps, and that will be more than enough for us to get back past Russell and past Verstappen. As it is, our tyres are really starting to scream a little bit. I can't charge him anymore. That's as good as I can get him. Or else I'm just going to start losing ground again. Got to stay in the DRS. I need to turn this fuel burn off. Cannot let these tyres hit the cliff. Oh, Max felt the need to throw a little defensive shape there. This is good.
5 more laps. 5 more laps.
Ooh, Norris is closing. He's a second and a lap faster than we are. Alright, so yeah, the safety car option is pretty much out now, I think. Unless it comes out on this lap. We've got, we got Yuki in front. We finally caught him up. Can we capitalise on this?
Use energy if you need it, use energy.
Copy.
Again, dropping out of range. Such a fine balancing act of using what we've got to stay in striking distance versus not using anything so we can actually have an attack.
4 more laps to go, 4 more laps. We just need to charge up.
Copy.
This is going to be crucial. I really need Max to get held up here. And us not to get held up. Oh, I think Max might have got DRS off the back of him. Yeah, he did. He's going to dive out of the way. I don't know if we're going to catch him in time. Oh, yes, just. Woo.
So use energy.
Yeah, copy.
But now I've got to push through here just to get back in close range again. Tyres now down below 40%. This isn't good. A chance of fighting Max is slipping away.
All okay on fuel, so you can do what you want for speed.
Copy.
Max going defensive.
3 more laps, 3 more laps.
Just got to trust that that's going to be enough battery. We're not going to catch up to Stroll in time. So can I just get these tyres to last 3 more laps? We've done pretty much this entire stint in this setting with a bit of fuel burn here and there, but it just goes to show you how hard the one stop is here. I mean, we stopped a little bit earlier than would be ideal to do a one stop because of that safety car, but even so.
Some lift and coast will help that.
Yeah, copy.
Someone locked up. Don't be a safety car now.
Car in the wall.
Copy.
Yellow exit of 6. Yellow exit of 6.
Okay, copy.
2 more laps, 2 more laps.
Alright, no more charging. I'm going to throw everything I've got at max on this back straight and then just try and hope that my ERS and fuel burn is enough to stay ahead on the final lap.
Use energy if you need.
Copy.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
Last lap. Last lap.
Okay, copy.
Drop back a bit.
Copy.
Okay, happy to lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
So back off.
Copy.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
So use energy if you need it.
Copy.
Oh, it's so close.
We have low battery.
Yes! Ooh. Oh, what a drive from Freddie. That was superb. Whew. Good job, Freddie. Good job. He's becoming my lead driver. That was sensational stuff from him. The way he looked after his tyres all that stint. I mean, let's have a look. Look how long he ran for those on those tyres. Boxed on lap 27 and ran to lap 57. He ran 30 laps on those mediums. And had just enough grip left to get past Max and then hold him off on the final lap. And I mean just enough. His tyres are going to be about, below 30% now. They were 30% across the line.
What an incredible outcome for Aston Martin's driver. Aston Martin having an extremely good day at the track.
Not bad at all. The team in the pit will be happy with that.
At the end of the weekend, it's second place in the constructor standings for them.
Formula One will be back to Europe for the next round, on the shores of the Mediterranean, with some heated competition to look forward to in Spain.
No podium celebrations, unfortunately, but yeah, a great result from Freddie. I mean, from 13th, because I messed up his quali and he didn't get out of Q2. But yeah, what a great drive from him. Almost a perfect story, but once again, Felipe has let us down badly. He started P2. He was so comfortable, and then he put it in the wall, broke his wing. We changed his tyres, changed his front wing. A safety car came out 2 laps later, which left him stranded down in the midfield. And then he put it in the wall and broke his wing again. And I'm just like, I'm so done with Felipe right now. I really want to replace him, but the rules of challenge mode say we've got to stick with him. There is the Drivers' Championship. Freddie Vesti jumps 4 places. He's an all or nothing guy. He either wins or he scores no points. That's 2 wins and no other point finishes. So he's now just 3 points off Max. He's right back in there in the championship picture. Freddie is a star in the making. Felipe, who was the star last year, is very much the turd in the punch bowl this year. Right, in the Constructors, a much needed injection of points sees us jump back into second place above Mercedes and back above McLaren. Back on 28 points. Red Bull's still stretching their legs at the top, but the gap's now just 9 points. We are slowly closing them down. I think they did actually extend their lead slightly overall, given the points deficit to Mercedes. But yeah, it's great to see us actually scoring points again. Is it going to be one of those seasons where we just do what Freddie's doing and just win or don't score points? Possibly. Exceptional drive. Sensational drive is more like it. Look at that. 5 overtakes, but 23 defences. 17 failed overtakes, mainly because he was sat just in the slipstream and looking after his tyres. 3 failed defences. And then Felipe, impressive? No, not impressive at all. I wouldn't even call it a good drive. I'd call that a disappointing drive for Felipe. Again, crashing twice. 2 more front wings gone and suspension gone. Yeah, he's just costing me a fortune in parts and points. We failed our performance guarantee because we didn't get the fastest lap in the end, but couldn't go for it. Had to look after the tyres. I suppose I could have gone for it with Felipe before I retired him, but I forgot all about the fastest lap by that point. Right, we have 11 days to go until Barcelona, and we do have a new suspension coming for Barcelona, I think. Yes, which is good because we only have 2 suspensions left, so we would normally have to make some new ones, but we're just going to wait until the new one drops. The part, the third iteration drops, and then we shall manufacture some of those. Instead, we'll rush 3 of those, or emergency 3 of those. Excuse me. We do need some more front wings. Again, I just made 3 more front wings, or 2 more front wings last race, and we've got to replace the brand new rear wings that we made already. It's been a week, man. A week. Right. Let's go with 3. We're going through them at a fair old rate. Do we have any points to spend? Isaac has a point. Let's boost his braking. No points for either of our 2 drivers here. And it's not looking like Felipe's going to get a point before the next Grand Prix either. Freddie will, though. Excellent stuff. Do we have any points here? Yes, we do with Ben. Let's improve his pit crew. Our scouts, I think I reassigned them, or did I forget to reassign them after their last batch of scouting? No, I did. I did it after the stream. I saved, and then I did the scouts because I knew I'd forget about them, and then saved again. And that was the day. That was after Bahrain Take 2. So we'll get results back from them soon. We can now finally afford the final upgrade. It's going to take 134 days. Eesh, that's a long ass time. There it is. Middle of September. So we will get one ATR period. It'll drop in the middle of that period, so I'll probably have already used the hours by the time that drops. But it will give us the chance of an extra, minor part or research project, and then we'll have the final ATR period there, I think. Yeah, ATR period 6. So we'll get one period, and we'll be full into research mode by that point. But it does now give us the flexibility of maybe one small minor upgrade, to just finish the car off while we're doing 3 research projects. And then we'll have a month after that. After November, we'll have all, the rest of November and all of December to then use that to get a 4th research project going on the car as well. So that's pretty good. Let's advance some time, get another point for Felipe. Not Felipe, sorry, Freddie. Up and coming driver Jack Crawford. I keep recommending him. It's too late. We've got our reserve driver for this season. There we go. Our suspension is done. Our spare front wings are done. Race sim's now in poor condition. I can afford to upgrade that, but can I then afford to actually make the suspensions? I don't think I can, because we need 3 of them and we need to emergency them. So they are more important. Yeah, we're not going to have the money. We'll have to do the upgrade or the refurb of the simulator after the Grand Prix. Let's get those 3 suspensions done, 2 for the cars and then 1 spare. It's not going to give me the boost that I was hoping it was going to give me. Bit of a shame. I mean, it's given me a little bit of a boost. About 0.5%. Well, no, not even that. About 0.3% on the dirty air low speed. 0.2 on the medium. About 0.2 on the high. Brake cooling, 0.02%. Pretty much non-existent. It's better than nothing. What do I have remaining? Let me have a look. So I've got 2 minor chassis left, a major front wing and 2 minor front wings, 2 minor rear wings, a major side pods and 2 minor side pods, 2 minor floors, 1 major and 1 minor suspension. That's what we've got left for this season. So, do I do a front wing? I don't think I've got the hours left. We've got 39 days to go until the next ATR period, so maybe another minor side pods. That will give us a bit of a speed boost thanks to drag reduction. It will give us a bit of a very minimal boost to the engine cooling. I do want to try and improve our dirty air performance, because our airflow is terrible. That's actually going to hurt our engine cooling, so I drop those back a touch. Got 5 engineers available, 39 days, which is about when the next ATR period kicks in. That'll drop in time for Silverstone. which is when we've got the new rear wing coming. So yeah, those in combination should help boost our speed and grip a little bit. Let's go ahead and do our second minor side pod upgrade for the season. So we've got one minor and one major side pod remaining now for the rest of the year. Thanks to our self-imposed challenge mode regulations. Factory upgrade is done. That's excellent. That'll boost how many parts we can make and how quickly we can make them, which is very, very much needed. What else is in need of our attention? Team hub's fine. We know the racing is in need but can't be done yet. I don't have the funds. Board meeting 3 days away. That'll be fixed after the race. Weather centre's getting low and tour centre's getting very low. Okay, so we've got a little bit of extra expense coming up in terms of refurbs, but we can hold off on those. They're not urgent. Let's give Freddie another breaking point, because that's really worked wonders for him this season. Felipe, yeah, we need to boost his braking again. He's struggling at the moment. We need to put more points in his braking, because he just doesn't quite have enough skill in braking to cope with the pace of the car, I think. We can get his braking up to the same level as Freddie. I think we should see a reduction in the mistakes. I'm hoping we'll see a reduction in the mistakes. So, before we disappear, let's have a quick look, see if any teams are bringing some upgrades. And the answer is yes. Our medium speed performance has gone from 2nd to 7th. So some definite upgrades brought to the grid. Rate cooling's gone from, 9th now to 11th as well. Top speed's still 9th and 7th, that's okay. Our cornering in clean air is still mighty. Our DRS is still mighty. And we know with the rear wing and with the side pods, we are looking to boost our dirty air performance and our drag reduction as well. So when those two upgrades drop for Silverstone, that should hopefully really make us a bit more competitive in the dirty air stuff, and help take a bit more drag off the car, because we are still lacking a little in a straight line. So that's not a bad place for us to leave it for tonight. We will be racing at Barcelona tomorrow night, usual time, 9 p.m. So until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please consider dropping a like on the stream. Let your friends know. And yeah, we're back in the winning ways again. So until then, I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.